Hey everybody, I'm here with a quick update on the Wendy Williams story. Yesterday, she threw a SOS out the window of the facility where she feels she is locked down, okay? Can't go outside, can't move to the left or the right without getting permission from someone. So she threw a note out the window and it said, "Help Wendy," and help came. So the cops came, they took her to the hospital for evaluation. The evaluation, she passed 10 out of 10, and then the guardian met her at the hospital along with Wendy's lawyer. And the guardian was like, okay, y'all evaluated her, send her back to the facility. And Wendy and her lawyer was like, no, she's not going back. So now there's an emergency a petition being filed because Wendy is still at the hospital saying, you know what? We do not want Wendy to go back to that facility. So let me share a screen and we're going to get more into this story. Wendy is fighting back. She's not playing. And she's not waiting for people to make moves. She's making her own moves, okay? Get her out. Wendy Williams' lawyer files emergency petition to remove her from unsafe living facility after she passes evaluation. Inside a battle over Wendy at a New York hospital Monday night. So last night it went down. Okay, it went down in the hospital. Now they say go down in the DMs. It went down in the hospital. Let's take a listen.
Basically, she is saying she believes that she's being taken.
Yeah. So one of the pieces of information we got last night was that there is some real concern about the amount of money, the amount of Wendy's money that's being spent on attorney fees. We know that her guardian Sabrina is represented by her own attorney in the case against Lifetime. So there's a team of attorneys that are working on behalf of Wendy, but also on behalf of Sabrina in the Lifetime case. And Wendy has called that case specifically blood money. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want to be involved in the case at all. And that's kind of one of the main things that has spurred Wendy being evaluated in the first place, is that her guardian is like, well, if she is capable of directing this case and directing this matter, we would need to reassess her and have her reevaluated. So there's a team of attorneys that Wendy is paying for. She's also paying for an attorney in her divorce case with Kevin Hunter in New Jersey. And that case is being handled by a new attorney who was brought on recently. There's a ton of people that have their hands out that are getting paid by Wendy I can only imagine exorbitant legal fees for all of these cases that are ongoing. And yeah, it's really eye-opening to hear it coming from Wendy herself. And, additionally, we had in our reporting last night that part of the elder care, part of the Adult Protective Services case that was opened up had to do in part with that her guardian had sent her to Miami to visit her father last month in February, and that she was sent with a credit card that was declined. And, allegedly it is abusive to send somebody out into a different state without shelter or food, without any funds. And so that was the reasoning behind the Adult Protective Services case being open last week. It was part of the impetus behind it. And, it's really stunning to hear that here is this woman who's made millions, she's worked her ass off for years and years and years. And, for her not to have access to her money for her father's birthday. And meanwhile, this guardian is allegedly spending her fortune on legal fees and legal bills. And it's a really messed up situation. And Wendy is basically caged.
Oh my God. Listen, there have been times where I had the money in my account, but sometimes for some reason, I don't know, it could be a mix up with the bank or whatever, and your card declines and you like so embarrassed. You're like, oh my God, wait a minute. I know I have money in this account. Wait, let me try this card. Let me try that card. That's embarrassing. For them to do that to her is sickening. So Wendy Williams' attorney is filing an emergency petition today to remove her from her senior living facility in New York City after she passed a mental evaluation on Monday with flying colors. Sources close to Wendy, 60, exclusively told the U.S. Sun the former queen of daytime TV was held overnight at a local hospital after being admitted yesterday following a welfare check by the NYPD. Oh my goodness, this is so crazy. Her guardianship attorney is filing an emergency petition today to have her move to less restrictive alternative housing, the insider said. Wendy has repeatedly railed against the senior living facility she is staying in, calling it a luxury prison. The iconic TV host has specifically slammed the memory unit she is housed in, which is a locked floor, and has said she is not allowed to leave. They attempted to discharge her Monday night back to the senior facility, but Wendy and her lawyer objected. Wendy team told the hospital that their client has a fundamental human right to refuse to be discharged to an unsafe environment. According to the source, Wendy, her guardian attorney, and her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, were all at the hospital Monday night, and it was a showdown over what should happen to the star next. The guardian wanted her to be returned to the senior living facility on the locked floor, but Wendy and her attorney told the hospital she didn't want that and doesn't believe it's safe. So the hospital kept her overnight while her attorney tries to get an alternative plan approved. This is insane. Meanwhile, the insider also alleged that Wendy's guardian, who recently insisted the star doesn't know she has dementia, tried to interfere with her mental evaluation, calling the scene with Sabrina crazy. It is unclear exactly how Wendy's guardian allegedly tried to interfere with the exam. She didn't want she doesn't want anybody to know Wendy is okay. That's why Sabrina never let Wendy have a phone. That's why Sabrina never let Wendy have visitors. And that is why Sabrina rarely ever let Wendy go outside. This is insane, and Sabrina should be locked up. As the U.S. Sun previously revealed, Wendy was hospitalized on Monday following the opening of an Adult Protective Services investigation into her case last week. The source alleged that Wendy's civil rights and liberty are being denied and accused the guardianship arrangement of facilitating elder abuse. On Tuesday morning, Wendy appeared on the Breakfast Club with care advocate Gina, who told the show that she was the one who opened an Adult Protective Services case for the star last week. Wendy gave her interview to the New York radio show from inside the local hospital on Tuesday morning. According to Gina and Wendy demanded to see an independent doctor outside of the facility for an evaluation yesterday on the heels of the APS case, and the NYPD called an ambulance to transport her to the local hospital for the evaluation. Gina claimed that before Wendy was transported, the facility tried to get the star to stay inside the property to be evaluated by their own doctor. According to Wendy's patient advocate, the doctor at the hospital had to get clearance from his legal department to evaluate Wendy, since her attorney and her guardian were disagreeing on what was going on with Wendy and her care. This is insane. Wendy also alleged in an interview that her guardian tried to sow confusion yesterday as the day unfurled. The guardian gave my lawyer the wrong address for the hospital. Oh my God. Wendy also confirmed in her interview that she will be on The View on Friday. Adult Protective Services case. According to the insider to the U.S. Sun earlier this week, Wendy's guardian sent the renowned daytime TV presenter to visit her father in Florida with a credit card that had no available funds. It is unclear how the alleged oversight occurred. The guardian gave her a credit card with no funds when she went to Miami. Despite her trip during her trip to see her father in Miami last month for his birthday, the credit card given to her by Sabrina was declined, and someone had to pay for her purchases. And that's elder abuse, the insider alleged. Meanwhile, the guardian is spending all her money hiring lawyers to defend herself and squandering Wendy's money on legal fees. Sabrina is embroiled in a legal dispute with Lifetime over the Where's Wendy Williams documentary and has her own legal representation for the case. It remains uncertain if Sabrina has engaged additional legal counsel for other matters related to her guardianship over Wendy. The insider clarified that Wendy's evaluation on Monday is unrelated to the assessment schedule as part of the Lifetime lawsuit, which aims to determine whether Wendy is fit to participate in the legal proceedings. On Monday, Wendy was transported from a senior living facility in New York City to a local hospital, part of the investigation into the Adult Protective Services case concerning her guardianship. The NYPD responded to the U.S. Sun's inquiry regarding Wendy's welfare check and subsequent hospitalization. On Monday, March 10th, the NYPD responded to the welfare check. EMS responded and transported a 60-year-old female to an area hospital for evaluation, the NYPD said in response. Wendy has been outspoken about her treatment under the restrictive guardianship during the senior living facility, describing the senior living facility where she resides as a luxury prison. The former host of the Wendy Williams shows has repeatedly alleged that she is being held captive in the memory unit of the facility, claiming she is unable to leave her floor because the elevator requires a key to operate. Petition to end the guardianship. As previously reported by the U.S. Sun, Wendy's guardianship lawyer has filed a formal petition seeking to terminate the restrictive guardianship arrangement. When the guardianship was first imposed in March 2022, Wendy had two court-appointed personal attorneys. Earlier this month, Wendy disclosed during an appearance on Powers 105.1 The Breakfast Club that she had dismissed one of her lawyers, Linda, accusing her of failing to submit the necessary documents to begin the process of terminating the guardianship. Her remaining lawyer has since taken on the responsibility of pursuing Wendy's request to end the arrangement. The petition appears to conflict with a recent legal filing by her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, in a Lifetime case concerning the Where is Wendy Williams documentary. In that case, Sabrina's legal team indicated that Wendy will undergo another evaluation to reassess the extent of her guardianship. This shouldn't even be allowed. However, the filing concluded with a grim statement. The guardian has no interest in pursuing litigation in the extremely unlikely event that the new medical examination finds that Wendy Williams Hunter somehow now has the mental capacity to direct the A&E matter. Wendy's once popular daytime talk show came to an end after a string of personal challenges caused her to miss the entirety of its final season in 2022. Oh God, Sabrina. I hope at the end of the day that Wendy gets to sue Sabrina for all the money that she misused, doing whatever it is she was doing and trying to keep Wendy captive in that facility, knowing that at some point she could have been dropped down to, less restrictive, area, and to send her away to see her father with a credit card that don't work is insane. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. This Sabrina is a piece of work, but this guardianship situation is a piece of work. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next video.